What is up, guys? Today I'm gonna be going over some fall bass baits, baby. Got all sorts of stuff today. As you can tell, I'm wearing the sunglasses from the last video because I shot 2 videos in one day. So sunglasses, fall bass baits. Let's do it. Alright, let's start off soft plastics. Alright. Rage tails. It's like a crawdad bait. Pretty sweet. You can just rig them up, Texas rig, just like a weight and like a offset hook and throw it plain, or you can pair them with a jig. Killer combo right there. Actually a couple bass on this. Pretty nice. A bruiser, never opened these, but they're kind of like crawdad creature bait type thing. They're actually really good to throw in spring and fall because bass get tired of seeing the everyday crawdad bait or stick bait. So change it up, throw something different. It's really cool. Never use these. I'm probably gonna use these springtime. Some big bass I know are hiding in the spring. I'm gonna catch them. Gary Yamato. Tried to use these in my last video. Didn't have too much luck. But Gary Yamato or Yamamoto, however you want to say it. Flippin' hog. As you can see, package is still full. I've used one of them on a jig. Pretty cool. It's like a crawdad bait. Flippin' hog. Pretty nice. Biowa, I think that's how you say it. Armored craw. I used one of these once. I just rigged it plain, not on a jig. And yeah, haven't caught any fish on these. They come in a package of 4, kind of like a blue color, kind of cool. Soft jerk baits. They're good for both spring and fall. Fall because all the bait likes to kind of come up to the shore. And if you use something like this, or kind of cut it down like you see, I've kind of cut it down, because the bass will hide right along the shore and they'll slam it, hit it. You kind of fish it slow, jerk it back, just like a normal jerk bait, except it's just soft plastic. You can also pair this with like a jig or not a crankbait. Pair this with a crankbait. Pair this with like a jig or a chatterbait, a spinner, that'd be cool. Pair this with a spinner. Trail, that on a spinner. One of my favorite fall baits, catching those fish on this stick bait. KVD brand I like. KVD and Strike King I actually like. And it doesn't have to be a stick bait, it just has to be kind of straight. But KVD stick baits, they're really good. Kind of a nice slow presentation to fish them with. Fish this in the spring too, and stick baits work great for night fishing if you have the right colors. I'm not even sure what this is. Lou's beaver tail. Crawdad bait. I got this in an MTB Pro, I believe it was. Kind of like a cool blue color. This reminds me of the Havoc Pit Boss. This is what this reminds me of. Had a lot of those back in the day. Used them up. So good. Pretty awesome. Look like the same thing, Just a crawdad bait paired with a jig. Just fish it plain, Oh, missed one. This is an important bait right here. This is a crap. This is a like a shad bait, like a minnow type bait, except you can use this bait. This bait's really good for drop shotting because the design, it's like really thin and you can wave it in the water, or you can just fish it plain, but this bait is really good for drop shotting. Really good. Drop shotting is good in the fall. Slow presentation. Really good in the spring too. On to the hard baits. Alright, we got this jig right here. Finesse jig. I've not... I got a twin pair of finesse jigs. One looks bigger than the other though. Anyway, oh well. Twin pair of finesse jigs. These are good for like small bassin and like punching through pads. If you're like a UL fisherman, ultralight fisherman, these are good because some jigs are really heavy, and you don't want to break them off on if you're using light line. This is good for that. Good to bring along if you don't want to bring if you can only bring like limited tackle. So that's 2 jigs I got. Here is another jig. This is actually kind of light too. I have this paired with not exactly sure what this is, but this is actually what's funny is I have all these jigs and I've never actually caught a fish on them. The only fish I've caught one on is this one. I got it in the MTB. That's in my MTB fail video where I didn't catch all the baits on them, but I caught a bait on this, which is pretty sick. This is pretty lightweight. It's black color. I have it paired with some sort of crawdad thing there. Yeah, I was just like fishing it close to the shore. This is like late August. Boom, bass comes up, hits it. Pretty nice. Check out that video if you guys haven't seen it. Football jig. Pretty nice jig, nice and heavy. If you're fishing heavy, heavy line. I have it paired with actually Rage Tail. Have that paired with Rage Tail right there. It's a nice brown color, so in the fall if the water gets dirty like I went out today, water is really dirty, it's good for that. Just fish it like a jig, fish it slow. Football head. There's another like bigger football head, kind of the same color, black with like yellow and brown in it. I like the jigs with the weed guards. Sometimes you gotta trim them up. Most of the jigs have those weed guards, so if you hit up against something, it won't snag it, which is nice. So chatterbaits are great too. They're slow presentation, kick up a lot of dirt, make up a lot of noise. This one's actually really old, but it's like pretty nice. They're good in the spring too. I need to trim the skirt. Look at that. Yeah, chatterbaits are good. This one's blue, so probably darker water or like night fishing. This is spinnerbait. Usually spinnerbaits are more spring, summer, but the only reason I say this one for fall is because it's I forget what this is called, but it's like riveted here, so it makes a lot of vibration. The only reason I use this one, is because it's riveted and makes a lot of vibration. Not so much the color, but yeah. I mean, the color of the blade is silver, so you might have some problems in the fall because there's not much sunlight out. But I was using this in the spring, caught a 3-pounder on this. Pretty sick. Already went over this. On to the crankbaits, jerkbaits, and other baits. This is like some sort of jerkbait, but it's like riveted in the middle, so it gets more action. Jerkbaits are good. If you're swimming it close to the shore, the bass will slam it. Got this in the MTB. Caught some pickerel and bass on this in the summer. Pretty nice.
Right.
But here we go. Here's a lipless crank, which is nice. I would say early fall and spring, because in the spring the crawfish come out, in the early fall, just because of the colors. But a lipless crank or a rattle trap are good. Not so much this color. This is more spring, fall, summer, early fall. Early fall for this one. Jerk baits, great for the fall. Throw them close to shore, slow retrieve, jerk it every now and then. I missed a huge bass with this at my pond. So upset. But, just jerk it slow. Kind of let it sink up and then jerk it, and bass was... They suck it in slow though. I was fishing today and they just kind of inhale it, and you don't know. You think it's a stick, but jerk baits. And the rest I got here's like a smaller jerk bait. It's like a deep diving one, kind of. I like the colors on this because it's kind of like a bluegill perch type of color. Ow, 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 ow. Just hooked myself. Yeah, this one worked great in sunny weather. I actually found this. See, I found it. It's like missing one of the treble hooks. I found this in one of my videos. Still in pretty good condition. Doesn't swim too well, but yeah. And you guys know about these baits if you're watching my other videos. Bull cranks, KVD mostly. Bull cranks are great. Just kind of throw them, swimming slow in the shallows, speeding by a bass, boom, slam him. You know, depending on what water you're fishing, what time of day, you know, kind of the weather. This one for sunny days or kind of murky water, because it gives off a flash. I would say this one for if you have clear water, because that kind of gives off a flash, and this kind of resembles like a bluegill. And this one, it doesn't matter. You might ask why? Because this is a magic bull crank. Any weather, any condition, I've always caught a fish on this. I can always rely on this one. If you guys don't have this, you should go and buy it, because it's just amazing. I don't know, something about this color fish is like pickerel, bass, always. Okay guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more fishing content videos. Rate and subscribe. Hit that like button. Leave a comment down below on what you think. Comment down below what your favorite fall baits is and how you like to use them. And see you guys later on the next episode.